Hey folks, how's it going? It's your boy Pixel Machine here, coming back at you with a brand new Let's Play on the PS5, and today I'm playing Horizon Forbidden West. I hope you're all having a great day out there, folks, and let's get into this. So, I've been waiting for this game for such a long time. I loved the first Horizon, Zero Dawn. I think Zero Dawn was probably my favourite game on the PS4, to be honest. God of War comes a very, very close second, but Zero Dawn just had that fun factor about it. I just couldn't put it down. Whereas with God of War, I was okay to play it for a few hours and then put it down and come back to it the next day. But I just wanted to keep playing Zero Dawn, like, just for hour after hour after hour. I just couldn't put it down, honestly. So, I've been looking forward to this game for such a long time. And apparently it's improved upon everything from the last game. So, I'm mega excited for it, folks. So let's just get into this. I'm not gonna waste my time babbling like I usually do. And just to say quickly, it does say continue there. I did actually start a new game, but not to have a little cheeky play before I started making these videos. It was because apparently there was some shimmering issue with the textures and an issue with one of the plants, like, popping in and out. I think it's textures or the old plant actually popped in and out, I'm not sure. But Guerrilla released a hotfix for it, but it wasn't a downloadable patch. You actually had to start the game, and then come out of the game, and then start the game and come out of the game again, so twice, to actually apply this hotfix. So hopefully it's applied, but I don't know anything about the game. I've not really watched any cutscenes or anything like that. As far as I know, I couldn't skip through the first cutscene, but I didn't watch it or anything. So when I watch it now, it's actually going to be for my first time. So I do believe, if we're going to extras, there is a recap movie. So let's watch this first just to get us back up to speed, and then we'll get on with Forbidden West. So please enjoy, folks.
Through a lifetime spent in the pursuit of knowledge, one question consumed me. How did our world come to be? The old ones perished 1,000 years ago, triggering the extinction of all life. She showed me how it was reborn. A little outcast girl, ignorant of her own importance. Through her, I learned that life was only saved through a technological miracle. Zero Dawn. A terraforming system composed of 9 subordinate functions, each playing its part to reshape Earth from a barren rock to a lush landscape. Tended and protected by the machines. And with her, I learned the deepest secret of them all. The secret of her birth. That she is a clone of Elisabet Sobeck, Zero Dawn's creator. Born to prevent a new extinction. Driven by Hades, a malevolent AI. Given sentience by a mysterious signal of unknown origin. And with a little help from me, she prevailed in a great battle at the city of Meridian, becoming a champion for all humankind. But as useful as she has been, now I must leave her behind. For as she strives to put right what Hades sundered, I have made a new discovery. One that heralds both destruction and opportunity.
Okay, now that we're all up to date, let's get on with the game. So, just before we actually get into it, sorry folks, keep delaying this. If we go into settings, there are some visual settings. There's favor resolution, So favours a higher fidelity at a lower frame rate, so I believe that is 30 FPS, but it is native 4K apparently, so that'll be interesting to see. And then favour performance. Favours a higher frame rate at a lower fidelity, and I believe that is 1800p. So I'm going to go with favour resolution, because apparently this favour performance mode, even though it's called performance, is actually struggling quite a bit at the moment. I believe they're trying to patch it, but I think there's a lot of graphical errors, and that shimmering problem I told you about at the beginning of this video, apparently that's really bad in this performance mode. So the game is supposed to run a lot better at the moment, from what I've read anyway, in this favour resolution mode. And I want to see a PS5 game, well, a AAA PS5 production in native 4K. I think that's going to look amazing. So we'll stick with this for now, and once I hear about this performance mode actually performing better, then we'll switch over to it and see how it looks at 60 frames per second. So for now, resolution mode it is. So let's go new game. And we've got different difficulty settings. So for good story, it says eases the combat experience, allowing you to focus on exploration and narrative. Then easy offers a light combat experience while exploring the world and story. Normal provides a balanced experience of exploration, story and combat. Hard allows for a challenging combat experience throughout the journey. And then very hard offers a tough and demanding combat experience for those looking to test their skills. So in the future, when I'll probably want to jump back into this game again, I'll choose very hard, but for now we will go with normal. So it's got this as well, Explorer or Guided. So Explorer, minimal HUD information, look at the world to find your way, and then Guided, markers and icons on screen to assist you on your journey. So I think I'll go with Explorer, because I think too many games hold your hand in this day and age. And I'd rather actually explore and find things myself. I think that will actually add to the game. So let's go with that, folks. That music was getting damn loud there. I'm probably peaking like hell on my mic. Anyway, autosaves will take place frequently as you progress each quest step. Manual saves may be made at campfires. Cool, so I believe there's going to be a cutscene here, folks. So I'll mute myself for now, and please enjoy.
I'm running out of time, Elisabet. The land is dying. People are suffering. Soon, they'll starve. All because of a terraforming system that's spiraling out of control. And only I can fix it. Only I have your genetic code. It won't be long before we hit the point of no return. And then... extinction. I've been searching for months for what I need. A backup of Gaia. The AI you designed to control the system. But every time I think I have a lead, it comes to nothing. And every night, I have the same dream. I'm walking under a brilliant night sky, through a field of flowers. And when I arrive at the center, I see you, Elisabet. Waiting for me, even though you've been dead for 1,000 years. You're the closest person I've ever had to a mother. And for a moment, I feel whole. But it never lasts. I'm always left alone. This world is your legacy, Elisabet. I won't let it slip away. The valley below is my only remaining lead. My last hope to find the backup. I'll do whatever it takes to get it. I promise. Varl?
If it isn't Aloy, the savior of Meridian, anointed of the Nora.
You know I hate being called that stuff.
Well, consider it a punishment for running out on us the very same night we beat Hades.
I grew up an outcast. Remember, I'm not much for parties.
Yeah. That one was in your honor. Just saying. So, what are we doing? Must be urgent since you left so fast. Delving into ancient ruins? Or maybe it has something to do with the blight.
Both, actually, but, I should...
Oh, no. I've been tracking you a long way. It's okay. After everything you've done to help the Nora and my family, I swore an oath to help you, no matter what. You're stuck with me now. Like bark on wood.
Okay, but if you're going to come with me, you'll need to be able to see what I see.
A focus? Never thought I'd get your second sight.
I'll give you another one later and show you how to back up your data.
Data?
Information on the device. We've got a lot to cover. I'll have to explain everything as we go.
You see like this all the time?
Since I was a little girl. Come on. Shall we? All right, I got a couple of scrapes on the way here. We should find some medicinal plants, stock up. So it's time for your first lesson with the focus.
Sounds good. Let's get started. These plants don't look like the ones in the sacred lands.
The focus helps you see the ones we need.
Right, here we are, folks. Forbidden West. I'm so hyped for this, and already this looks so pretty. This looks really nice. So let me read this quickly. Short pulses from your focus highlight valuable loot and resources in the world around you. Tap R3 to trigger a focus pulse. So tap R3, and there we go.
There.
We can see these
Those
plants
by the stream should do the trick.
are now highlighted. Gather medicinal sky brush. You can store a limited number of medicinal berries in your medicine pouch. Tap up want to heal using the medicinal berries from your medicine pouch. So if we tap up, you can see our health in the upper left-hand corner go up.
Alright, we should keep going.
Let's pick these ones up as well. I love this in the last game, especially in the open world. Just roaming around looting. I just found it really fun. I don't know why. So yeah, let's have a look at this. It's so vivid. The colours are really nice and rich. Lots of foliage, and as you can see, all these plants are actually 3D. They're not just little flat textures. Even the moss, like this grassy moss down here, it's actually 3D. It's not just some little flat green patch on the rocky textures. It is actually all 3D. This is really nice, and look at all the dust particles and how the light comes through. And now the fog, and again the dust particles kind of react with the light. All the insects and like butterflies and stuff flying around. Yeah, this is really nice. It's super pretty. And this is supposedly at native 4K. But yeah, this looks really nice, folks. I'm so hyped for this. So I've got a feeling this beginning part is going to be very linear. And then we'll get out into the open world, and that's where the game's gonna truly shine, I think. Gonna be getting back onto my photo mode. I think in the first game I took so many pictures. I rarely use photo modes in games, but that game just looks so damn good on the PS4. And apparently this game, Forbidden West, looks really good on the base PS4. Don't know how they got that to work. I'm noticing though this shimmering bug. If you look around, like when I turn the camera, it could be motion blur actually, but especially in the foliage, it's kind of like when you get that high intense pixelation when you're streaming and you're going through some foliage or a lot of dense vegetation, you'll get like this intense pixelation. It's kind of like that. Oh well, maybe that hotfix didn't work, I'm not sure. I'll have to read up on it later. But apart from that, I'm not seeing any texture popping. Apparently some of the plants were supposed to be popping in and out, but that was supposedly more on the performance mode, which is ironic. So, just still having a look around, because this just looks so good. All the detail. Look at all the roots and everything on the tree there and stuff. And everything just looks so 3D and rounded. Like, those tree roots on some other games might have been kind of flatter textures. They might not have been as 3D as that. But even like... yeah, like these mossy patches here, you can tell they're 3D. Yeah, it's really good. This looks gorgeous. This looks like a good setting for a new Uncharted game, to be honest. So, tap X to, I guess... get up. So, triangle. Examine blight.
That blight's infecting all the plants. It's changing them.
If it keeps spreading, nothing will grow.
That's why we have to fix it.
Was this in the last game? I've kind of forgotten now. It kind of reminds me of Kena Bridge of Spirits. I did start playing that on this channel, but I had to stop because of my TV, my good old Samsung.
Traveled a long way to get here. I almost caught up to you a couple times too.
That's where we need to go.
Yeah, my Samsung decided to break down.
A few ways down.
Every time when I try to talk, one of the characters starts talking.
Exactly.
The backup? Well, it's an AI. It's hard to explain. Think of it like a set of instructions that can fix the world.
Sounds complicated.
Reminds me of Spider-Man. Every time I try to end a video...
Noticed you're traveling light these days.
See, I can't even talk, folks.
Yeah. I ran into some trouble on the way here. Lost a lot of my gear.
Let's just keep going.
I don't know who put these ropes here, but we can use the line to slide down.
So jump towards the zipline to use it. I won't use that just yet because I want to carry on exploring up here. Can we get into this? Yes, we can. So we've got some chill water and metal shards. Take all.
Good?
A few supplies.
And because of Val, I've forgotten what I was going to say. Oh, look at all this, how vibrant it is. Really nice colours, really rich. I don't even have HDR turned on, by the way, and I can capture HDR on my capture card. Ooh, tap circle before the apex of a jump towards water to perform a swan dive. Right, let's do that, but just let's have a look at all of this world here. It's really detailed, and even the sky looks really nice. It's just so vast as well. So much foliage and vegetation. Right, let's try this swan dive. So, there we go. We have Assassin's Creed there, folks. Look underwater here. Most games will just be all like dark and murky. You actually have all of like this underwater world to explore. But they've actually put some good time and effort into this to actually build out the underwater parts of this game. Looks really nice. So let's carry on. Ooh, here we are.
Salvaging machine carcasses as usual. And there they go.
Looks like they left a carcass behind.
Yeah, that water looks so nice. And like I say, you can see right down to the ocean floor. Well, it's not the ocean, obviously, but you can see right down to the riverbed. So, oh, I missed that. It said something to do with my touchpad, so let's press that. Ah! So it brings up some more information. So it says main quest. Hang on, let's do that again. Main quest, reach for the stars. Go to the ancient ruins. And in the upper right-hand corner, I believe that is my current level. And I think it shows kind of like what weapons we have and stuff like that in the lower right-hand corner. So let's just quickly go around here. See if there's anything to pick up. I do love exploring in Horizon. It is so fun. So back up to there. So I don't believe there's anything around here. So let's go over this little bridge. Val keeps getting in my way.
A lot of arrows in that machine. Better take a closer look.
Triangle to examine the machine.
Someone took down this machine recently.
Who else would come here?
I don't know. We better craft some arrows of our own. There might be trouble up ahead.
There's some ridgewood by the stream.
Yeah, it's really nice and detailed. Look at all the parts on this thing. So nice. Yeah, I'm noticing that shimmering an awful lot. So press R3. Oh, we've got some ridgewood over here. So this can be used to make arrows, along with the scrap
All right.
metal.
Now to craft some arrows.
So, hold L1, bring up our weapon wheel. And then let's craft.
Done.
There we go. Now we've got 20
Me
arrows.
too. Arrows ready.
Let me just jump in here. Yeah, the water looks so nice. As I say, you can see the riverbed. So let's get acquainted with these swimming controls. So I think it's L3 to go faster. Circle to do like a kind of like a little boost. And then it's square to dive. Or to go under. Whatever you want to call it. Oh look, you can see all the fishes there up above. All the bubbles as well, and it's going in the direction of the current. Oh, it's really nice. What is this over here? Can we pick this up? Yeah. Some more medicinal plants. Medicinal berries. And we will need to make it up to the surface, actually. Oxygen low. There we go. Circle to get back up quickly. Yeah, I think I'm going to be doing a lot of underwater exploration. Especially when it looks like this. This is really nice design. Let's get up on here. Anything up here? Oh, some more ridgewood. If I had any complaints about the previous game, the jumping could be a bit finicky at times, like the traversal parts, the platforming parts. Could be a bit flaky at times. Ah, what's
Nothing a
this?
well-placed arrow can't knock free.
Alright.
Just have to target the lock.
Boom, there we go.
After you.
Have a quick look, see if there's anything else to pick up. I don't think so. Right, let's go.
By the goddess. What was this place?
I don't know. The transmission... The, message I found didn't say. Only that a backup might be here. We need to find a way in.
Look at all this foliage.
So, what happened after I left Meridian?
Well, there was a fuss when people realized you were gone. But then some of us figured you only would have left if it were for something important.
You were right about that.
Well, so look at this little fox.
Well, it's not just poisoning plants. It's killing animals, too.
Then people will get sick too. And starve.
We're not gonna let that happen.
Really looks like the fox from Ghost of Tsushima. Won't be surprised if it is, as they are both first-party titles for Sony. And per fox, by the way. Wow, there's so much foliage and vegetation. I wonder if it looks like this on the PS4, like the base PS4. It can't have this amount of vegetation, surely.
Down this way.
Just wait. Anything down here? Any kind of secret? Some berries. Oh, and ridgewood. Just go back up over here. Yeah, I'll need to watch some vids on the PS4 version to see how it looks, because this is just overkill on the foliage. Not a bad thing, right? I was pressing R3 then to do a slide. Obviously, we're not playing Call of Duty Warzone. What is it? So circle is to do like your dodge, your rolls, action roll. Ah, it's square. Quite a long slide as well. So can we craft some more? Uh-huh.
Get to the grass.
Never seen one of those before.
Me neither. Those dead machines have it on alert.
How do you want to handle it?
The focus can help us. We can scan the machine before we make our move.
Okay.
So scan machines with your focus to highlight weak points and patrol paths. So hold R3 to activate focus mode. So to do a pulse, you just press it in like that. You can do a quick tap. But to scan, you hold it in.
Give it a second. Okay. See how parts of it are glowing? Those are its weak spots.
Got it.
So use left and right to scroll through a machine's components. Tap R3 to exit focus mode. So, burrower. Weak. So, I'm guessing that's fire. It's weak to fire. You can view a notebook on these as well. So, burrower. A common recon machine that emits a high-pitched sound to alert allies and stun enemies. It can tunnel underground and resurface in unexpected locations. So it says cauldron, MU overrides, locked, weak versus, I'm guessing it's fire. It says fire damage, strong versus none. So there's different parts of the body, different detachable parts, different kinds of loot we get from them as well, I think. Sound shell. Resource container.
It's eye. It's a weak spot.
Right.
Right, let's go
I'm ready.
for its eye then.
Okay, concentrate.
So slow time while aiming to increase your accuracy. This is called concentration. So tap R3 to activate it. Boom. See ya. Felt pretty good.
Another one's coming.
Oh no. Get back in there. No, I'm pressing all the wrong buttons to crouch. Still thinking it's Call of Duty Warzone. Move, Val. Think he's gonna become a bit of an annoyance. Whoa.
How does the focus know all that?
It reads data on the
Oh,
machine.
look at its steam as well.
Like
That's
a
cool.
hunter studying its prey?
Yeah, kind of.
Short pulses from your focus highlight valuable machine components and
So
carcasses
after
in the world around you.
fuss over me leaving. What did everyone else do?
Well, as soon as the celebration was over, my mother led the rest of the Nora home. The Sun King put his people to work rebuilding the city, and I set out to find you.
Let's just collect all this ridgewood. Yeah, this shimmering or whatever's happening
Someone shot this machine too.
is kind of doing my head in now. I must say. Guessing this hotfix didn't work. If that is the problem I'm seeing, I can't really describe it. I don't know if it's showing up on stream. It might not actually show up after all the compression YouTube puts your videos through. Could just be a motion blur issue. So, let's have a look. Hang on, let's have a look first. I don't know, though. It kind of seems when you stop, actually. We'll leave it for now. I think a lot of other people are experiencing these visual bugs, so I don't think I'm the only one.
Got it.
You said you've had a focus since you were a child, right?
Yeah. Found my first one when I fell into a ruin. Got the others from an old cache not long ago. It's good to have extras.
Oh, it's finally coming up. Thought it was getting stuck then. Apparently, in this opening section, from what I've read for bugs and stuff, Val can get stuck in a fair few places and not actually come with you, and then you can't progress.
Through here.
Go right there.
Going into a ruin of the old ones.
Oh, what's this?
God
Oh, a ladder.
protect us.
So is this a place where we've been? I think we've just come from here, right? Yeah, we have. Alright. Not sure why we'll need to get back down here. I'm sure something just came up. Oh well. Let's keep it moving.
Welcome to the Far Zenith launch facility.
Far Zenith? I know they made some tech trades with Zero Dawn, but why would they have a backup of Gaia?
Please register with reception for the tour.
I guess they want us to check in with them.
Please hold for identiscan. Access denied. Please wait here for personnel to assist you. Dr. Sobeck.
Okay. I guess they weren't on great terms with Elisabet. Well, let's find a way in.
Okie dokie. Let me just go back over here. See if there's anything to pick up.
We should find another way.
Nothing. I'm really sorry if you can hear the wind outside. It is really, really windy here in the UK at the moment. We are currently having Storm Eunice making her way through the nation. And it is really bad. My window keeps clattering. And I've got double glazed windows, but still, it doesn't make a difference. And it's affected my internet as well. I've been trying to upload another Sifu video, and yes, more Sifu is coming. I've just had to take some time away from making videos for that game, just to have a good practice on it, because it is a tough game. But I have completed the club level now, and I just couldn't upload it. The stormers... I don't know, maybe the storms wrecked some telephone boxes, whatever they're called, what supply the internet in our streets. Maybe the internet exchange near where I live has had some damage from the storm. I'm not quite sure.
Should be able to pry this open.
But my upload speed has been really, really slow. So I couldn't actually get a video up. It just kept on giving me an error every time I tried to upload it. So I'm going to try and keep these Horizon videos fairly short as well. I think we're just over half an hour. The time counter on OBS is really, really small. It's like pretty much minute. Yeah, I think we're nearing 40 minutes. So we'll do this next section and then I'll probably call it for this vid. I'll be straight back with another one.
There's climbing gear. Guess someone dropped in from above. Whoever left this here might have also shot those machines we found earlier.
So where are they now? Ugh, what's that stench?
Entire camp. Wiped out. They must have come here to delve for scrap.
Acid. That explains the smell. And it looks like something big came in from above.
Crashed right through the camp. Then through the wall. I should take a look at the rubble in that gap.
Okie dokie. Guessing we'll be able to remove this in some way.
Down as it went out. If I can dislodge some of the debris, We might be able to squeeze through. Maybe I can find something to help in the camp.
Ooh, we might get
Hey,
our
over here.
bomb arrows.
I think I got something.
Or explosive arrows. Arrowheads.
Some kind of Osram prototype, I think. This hook looks like it can latch onto things.
Oh, maybe not.
And this gear pulls it back.
It looks broken, but maybe we can repair it. Hook it to the debris.
And pull it out. That could work. The focus can help us search the camp and identify anything we can use to fix the tool. My focus picked up a couple of things to check out.
Poor guy. Acid burned right through his armor.
Part of a machine. Could help fix the gears.
It's like we've kind of got like a practice dummy here. What is our attack? Ah, there we go. R1. Quite weighty. So that seems to be maybe our fast attack. R2? Oh, yeah. That's our heavy attack. That's really weighty. Charge it up. Yep. Boom. Kind of got more like a Dark Souls feeling to it. Like it's not super fast, like a hack and slash. Can we hit this? Just wondered if we could get anything from that, but nope. Not something back over there.
Machine cable. Stronger than rope. Alright, I think I have what I need to repair the tool. Or maybe even make something better.
You could use this workbench.
Right, let's have a look. So, Pullcaster, special gear, legendary, an improved version of a Delver's prototype tool that can latch onto and pull objects. Also enables grappling to specific points. So it says costs 1 broken tool, 1 machine cable, 1 machine scrap. Let's craft. So I'm guessing these crafting stations or tables are going to appear throughout the world. It's quite cool. It's crafted.
There. Pull caster. Now to test it on the debris.
So the Pullcaster is a versatile tool that allows you to manipulate objects in the environment that have a graded pattern. Okay. So how do I use this? To wield a Pullcaster, hold L2 and tap triangle. Oh, there we go. And then hold. Hang on. So hold L2, tap triangle. Yeah. To fire the Pullcaster, hold R2. Alright. Thought I did that the first few times, but maybe not. Do we need this again? Maybe I didn't latch onto the right point.
That worked better than I thought. Well, it doesn't look like there's an easy way out of here. I should scan the area. We have to find a way to keep going.
Huh. What's this thing for?
What's this?
Whoa.
Good morning. I'm Oswald Dalgard, and it is my pleasure to introduce you to Far Zenith. Forget what you think you know about us. Our truth is simple. We say reach for the stars, even if you have to cross 8.6 light years of space to get there. Please proceed into the auditorium, where we'll unveil our plans.
Wonder what's
Right,
in this auditorium.
Guess we'll find out.
So use your focus to learn more about your surroundings and solve puzzles. Hold R3. Alright, so we can use the hold focus to actually look around. So we've got something up there.
I might be able to get up there.
A grapple point. Nice. So yeah, I really like the sci-fi undertone in the Horizon games, because obviously it's kind of set in a future Stone Age. There's been apocalyptic events on Earth, and now it's like 1,000 years after those events. So it's really cool that they're finding out what Earth used to be like, because like 1,000 years ago in this game world, Earth was actually more futuristic in a way, because they had obviously what we have today in our world, like space travel and, well, not space travel, but we're getting there, folks. So, you know, we might be going to Mars sometime soon. But obviously we have NASA traveling to the moon and what have you. But
how do I get up there?
we're kind of getting there with commercial space travel.
I can reach that ladder from here.
But, you know, obviously things like computers and mobile phones and what have you. But this focus, what they're using, seems pretty damn futuristic. Kind of almost like Elon Musk's Neuralink, except it's not attached to your brain. So you can grapple to specific points in the world, jump and tap X to attach to grapple points. Okay, can we grapple that? Oh no, that's a ladder, I think. So we'll get onto this grapple point. I just want to see if there's anything to pick up while we're here. No. Right, let's grapple this ledge then. Boom.
Wow, that worked.
That polecaster's useful. Too bad there's only one.
Don't worry, I'll find you another way up.
Can we interact with these things? No? Right, oh, alright. Square to drop down. I do prefer circle to drop down. I'm probably going to press circle a lot, to be honest. While moving, tap L3 to sprint. Tap X while sprinting to perform a long jump. Okie dokie. Yeah, so like I was saying, in the last game, the jumping was a bit flaky at times, but when it works, you know, it's great.
Okay.
But there's sometimes you just randomly fall to your death. So let's drop this ladder for Val.
There you go,
There you go, buddy.
Thanks.
Search the ancient ruins for the Gaia backup. So that's our current objective.
Humans, Homo sapiens, us. We have always pushed the boundary as explorers, pioneers, trailblazers. And now Far Zenith is taking the next leap into the future. That's why we're proud to have resurrected the Odyssey. When our government's abandoned in orbit, Far Zenith will actualize in less than a decade. But that's only the beginning. When the ship is complete, we will send the Odyssey and her crew where no one's gone before. The Sirius system. There, will create humanity's first off-world colony. The Odyssey may take 300 years to reach it, but when we look up at the night sky, we'll know they're on their way. And in the words of our founder, the late Peter Chimvumbe, the truest form of immortality is...
Data corrupt. Playback stopped.
The old ones could fly through the sky? Between the stars?
Well, yes. Sort of. That ship, the Odyssey, it never made it to the other star. Something went wrong, and it blew up.
See, that's what I like about it. Like, so this Varl character, he's getting to find out what Earth was like 1,000 years ago.
Is that why Elisabet gave them a backup of Gaia? For their colony?
Error.
Look at the detail.
Public presentation file corrupted. Member recruitment file available. Do you wish to reactivate?
Yeah. Reactivate. Let's see what else they had to say.
We all know the projections. Economic instability, new biocontagions, rampant AIs. How long before another catastrophe creates unacceptable risk for the world's elite? We here at Far Zenith believe, escape the inevitable. And so we reach for the stars. Now you've seen what we're building here. Infrastructure to support the Odyssey's construction. A state-of-the-art data center to facilitate rapid technological advancements. And you've seen how we're managing public perception. So invest and join us. Claim your berth on the Odyssey. Preserve your way of life beyond the concerns of Earth.
Well, they were right about the world ending. They just didn't know how. Yet.
So everything they said back there about the next step for humanity, it was all a lie. These people only cared about saving their own skin.
Yeah, well, didn't work out for them in the end. That Oswald guy mentioned a data center. There. The backup. It should be stored in there.
Won't be able to swim across.
I guess we'll have to find a way around. Come on.
Nice. So yeah, the story is quite relatable when you think about it. Again,
Still
with
can't
like
believe the
Elon
old ones
Musk
could fly.
and SpaceX
They were capable
trying
of
to
a
get
lot
to
of
Mars and terraform it.
For good and bad.
Sure seems like it. I wonder what it's like up there, among the stars.
That
Doesn't
looks
look like we
beautiful.
can get across the river here.
We'll find a way. Let's keep going.
So yeah, I was going to say, during the cutscene, just about the amount of detail on Aloy's face, but it doesn't seem to be as present when you're actually back in the actual game. So I'm guessing it kind of ramps it up for the cutscenes. But yeah, so much detail on the face. She's even got some peach fuzz as well, which a few people's been complaining about actually, but guess what? Women can have hair on their face as well. That's natural. I think
Wow,
Gorilla's
she's
just
really
tried to
grown
make
up this place.
a very realistic character model. Not something that actually looks like it comes from a video game. Let's try and get up there. There we go. Yep. So
My focus might be able to help here.
that grapple didn't work straight away. So again, I don't know if these are... There we go. Yeah, I think you have to do it from a bit more of a distance. I think that like little icon that comes up has to be in your camera view, obviously. Should practice that a bit more. There we go. It's a bit better. Another thing I've noticed as a problem, Varl and Aloy keep talking over each other, which I've noticed some other games have handled that a lot better on the PS5. Right, so... Oh yeah, we need our pullcaster, I think it's called, isn't it? So triangle, then R2. Got to get, yeah, that exact point there. There we go. Damn, the storm is really doing a number on my windows.
Deeper into the creepy ruin we go.
Again, I just love how vibrant this is. It'd be nice to see what this looks like with some good HDR. Wow, what is that? That's a big one.
Keep your guard up.
Oh, my guard is up.
Up here. Careful. Don't want those things to call in some friends from underground. You take the left one. I'll deal with the one on the right.
Okay. Moving up.
Okay, working as a team now. So kill the burrower with a silent strike. Okay, so we got to be stealthy for this one. So if we stay in this tall foliage, we shouldn't get noticed.
Okay, there's its patrol path.
Ah, right. So we can tag the enemy and then highlight its patrol path. Okay. So we can see with these purple little light diamond head arrows where its patrol path goes to, and that stays up even if we take away our focus. So this bot's just scanning at the moment. Crouching in tall grass will... oh, blah de blah. Let's make it over this section here.
To distract it. Getting to a position where I can sneak up and strike. Just have to wait for the right moment.
Throw a rock to distract an enemy or to lure it into an ideal position for a silent strike. Alright, so let's throw the rock over there. Oh, well. Boom. Nice. I love how they smoke after you kill them. Has Val got his? I think so.
Mine's down too.
Again, keep pressing R3 to crouch or get up from a crouch. Oh, search the burrow. More metal shards, thank you. I still can't get over just how sharp and beautiful this game looks. Yeah, this is truly next gen. It's probably not going to show up on YouTube because I'm only recording this at 25,000 megabits per second, and then YouTube is going to it's going to compress it even more. So you need to see this game running on a PS5 to really see how good it looks.
More of those machines ahead.
Nothing that I can't handle.
Whoa, no, not that far. She slides a little too far. Like she's on a bloody slip and slide or something.
Are you ready for this?
Oh, actually, don't come in here. Please just... She slides way too far. And Val's just casually walking out in the open. Cheers, mate. Got quite a nice looking pickaxe there. So yeah, if we tag it, highlight it, then we'll be able to see where it goes. So it seems like it takes a very tight circular course. Not sure if there's any more. Don't think so. Even though that moody music's still playing. So there might be something else. Oh, I think I do actually hear something. Yeah, it's almost like horizontal screen tearing at times as well. I mean, I guess screen tearing is always kind of horizontal, but I don't know, the way it does it, it looks a little different from normal screen tearing. Oh, yep, there is one down there. Not sure if this scan's actually gonna catch me or not. I don't think so. Still on high alert. It's gone back to blue. Nice, we've done it. Kill the machines. Nice.
I've been meaning to mention, I noticed you have a new look these days.
Yeah, I know. Didn't have a lot of time to shave when I was trying to catch up to you. Don't worry, it's not permanent.
Good.
Sorry my whiskers offend you, anointed.
It seems as Aloy's has offended quite a lot of people. Oh, it's another fox.
Looks like this little guy got caught up in the blight. I couldn't escape.
I hope it didn't suffer long.
Yeah, it really looks like the fox from Tsushima. And the water's gorgeous. This is definitely next-gen water. I'll be surprised if you get this on the PS4, on the base PS4. If you do, then hats off to that console. And just the optimization they can actually get on that thing. Look down here. Oh, getting stuck.
Don't think there's a way through.
The Osram must have used explosives against the machines.
They managed to get a couple.
Looks like there was a barricade here. Machines must have broken through.
Oh, was there another one? Ooh, health potion.
I'll keep this for later.
Guess that Oseram didn't have a chance to use it. Careful. Traps ahead.
Huh. Might be able to disarm them.
And Val is just walking straight next to them. Great. Is Val not telling me something here? Right, so I think it said, do we crouch, go up to them closely, and then press triangle? Yep. Dismantle.
There. Managed to salvage some supplies.
And
Val,
not blow yourself
come
up.
on, man.
Dismantled it. And got more supplies. Looks like another camp.
While we're here, maybe we can make some traps of our own. Might come in handy against machines.
Good idea. I can use this.
So it says, to craft a blast trap, hold down on the D-pad to open your hunter's kit and navigate to the blast trap. Okay, so if we hold down...
Oh, I don't have the right supplies to craft a trap. But it looks like the Oseram shot off some machine parts. I might be able to scrounge up enough materials from them.
Okay, so it says blast trap. A simple trap that explodes on contact when shot. So deals 250 explosive damage. Okay, when it's shot. Practice on this. Yeah, it feels really weighty. And you get the haptics on the DualSense controller as well. Which is quite nice. Can we do like a jumping heavy attack? Yeah. How long can we hold this in for? I don't know if that's any stronger or not.
Okay. Should have what I need to craft a trap.
Okay, so it takes 4 machine muscle, 2 blast paste, and then 10 metal shards. So, let's craft one of these bad boys.
There. Explosive trap made.
Or a few of
If
them.
anything walks into one of those, it won't know what hit it.
Jump and tap X to attach 2 grapple points. Tap circle before
Over here. Aloy,
reaching a
I think
grapple.
I see a way up.
Right, okay. There we go. The circle kind of boosts you up. I keep pressing R3. I might have to change it to R3 for crouch.
Machine's head.
Just so used to FPS games having R3. Or at least that's what I have it set to anyway.
I've seen this machine before. A scrounger.
That's new to me. Let's see where its weak points are.
Maybe we could place one of those traps you made in its path.
Oh no, I've deselected. I think I'm going to leave it just to come past, just in case. It'll take a little while. We can silent strike it, but I do want to get it with this bomb. I think that's the whole point of this section. So, we can shoot it, but I think they can just walk into it and it'll blow up. Well, it'll blow up for everybody else but Val, apparently. So it seems. Get behind that tree. Just dismantle this. Craft some more arrows. I'm not sure if when this explodes, it's going to draw that other robot to us. I'm not sure. That other burrower. We might want to get back a bit here, actually. Nice. Oh, killed it in one as well. Class it as a silent strike and a stealth kill. Yeah, so this one's alerted now. Just wait for it to come round. No, 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 no. Finally.
We're clear.
Let's keep going then.
Well, let's search the area. I think there's burrower here as well. Yep.
Been in a lot of
Previously
old
killed.
world ruins. Are they all like this?
I've got some keys there. Come on. Let's have a scan.
I can't reach that ladder from here.
Blast are heavily shielded. Right, so we need to be up there.
They all have their secrets, but every place is different.
Whoa. That machine we saw earlier must be on the move.
Let's hope it doesn't come this way.
Oh, there we go. Always look out for the yellow. Got to remember it's square.
That's a big storm picking up out there.
Yeah.
Like bloody Storm Eunice coming through UK.
So the storms, the blighted lands, the rivers and lakes choked with algae. You were born to fix all that?
Yeah, but I can only do it if I find that backup. I think we're winding our way around to the data center. We'll need to cut through that big building on the right out there. Hey, Varl. There's data here. You scan it with your focus. This data mentions the tech that Far Zenith traded with Zero Dawn. It doesn't explain how they got it back up.
I'll keep an eye out for more data.
Alright, so let's view in notebook. So Zero Dawn trade agreement. Text, data points, quest. So yeah, text log, data corruption, partial, High Council executive summary, negotiations with representatives from Zero Dawn have concluded, and I am exceptionally pleased that we have arrived at a mutually profitable agreement. It shows that sugar usually goes down better than salt. In contrast to the less tactful recommendations of certain of our more reactionary members. In short, Far Zenith will provide a copy of the prototype home archive already sent 500 ectogenic, I think that is, chambers to be retrieved from storage at our Ninmar facility. Supplementary ectogenesis research reports. In exchange, Far Zenith will receive a copy of the alpha build of the Apollo database in the week prior to the Odyssey's launch. By our estimates of Zero Dawn's timeline, by then it should be a near-complete repository of human knowledge. It should be noted that Dr. Sobeck was very reluctant to agree to this, but I drew a line in the sand, making it clear that this was a non-negotiable term. As our faithful media representative, I will continue to run all public communications with Dr. Sobeck's team while and then data is corrupted. I always read like a robot when I'm
a lot of glyphs.
When I'm recording these videos.
Later.
Looks like we've got to climb up.
So yeah, as we can see, those little X's mark where we need to latch onto, and this is a ladder, I think, back down to where we were. Again, don't know why we want to go back that way, unless we have to later. Tell you what, it's quite a long intro. Oh, we can go up there as well. Ooh.
You okay?
Yeah. Guess we won't be going that way.
We can't use that boost jump.
Falling apart.
Well, it is 1,000 years old.
So I wonder when the actual apocalypse happened on Earth. I'm calling it an apocalypse. I don't know
Looks like some kind of
what they actually call it in this.
That door on the other side's locked.
There's another one of those glowing things by the table.
Anzu.
The Zero Dawn terraforming system, the brainchild of Dr. Elisabet Sobeck. Empowered by 9 subordinate functions, Gaia, the core of the system, is capable of advanced planetary engineering, an obvious advantage to our space colonization efforts. Operation Phase 1. Establish an asset within Project Zero Dawn. Status complete. Phase 2. The asset will secretly beamcast a complete copy of Gaia and her subordinate functions to this facility's data center. If all goes well, Zero Dawn staff will remain completely unaware of the transmission. Risks. Discovery of this operation could result in Zero Dawn withholding the already negotiated Apollo database. Special care must be taken not to alert Travis Tate, the expert hacker in charge of Hades Protocol. In addition, extreme caution must be exercised in regards to Dr. Sobeck herself. As one of the world's preeminent technologists, she may have instituted unforeseen security measures. A complete assessment is attached. This concludes the executive summary.
I thought Elisabet sent the backup here, but she didn't. Far Zenith stole Gaia.
Aloy, why does that woman look like you?
It's okay, Prowl. We look alike because we're the exact same. Genetically identical.
But she was one of the old ones. How can you be her?
Because I wasn't born. I was made. By a machine. It's why I'm motherless, why I was cast out as an infant.
I don't understand. What kind of machine can make a person?
Remember when I said the backup is like a set of instructions? It's more than that. It's called Gaia. And for a long time, she cared for the world until she had to destroy herself. So she made me to bring her back. I'm the only one who can. And this place is my last hope.
You once said the goddess spoke to you when you went into All-Mother Mountain. Was that this Gaia?
Yes, but she's not the goddess, Varl. There isn't one.
How can you be sure? It sounds like she anointed you with a sacred task.
I've had a lot of time to figure this out. And you will too, with the focus. But for now, the report said they were going to store the stolen copy of Gaia in the data center. So that's where we have to go. Okay?
It's quite funny. So Varl kind of thinks all this stuff, all this tech that's been left on Earth was kind of like left from the gods or something. And he's got more of a spiritual connection to it.
Look at that.
But obviously,
Aloy, over
Aloy
here.
knows the actual truth.
I found something you could use.
So before we
Those
go
Ostrom must have left this behind.
over
Can't
there
help
and see
out.
what that is, let me just have a look,
Can't
see if
help
there's
but-
anything to pick up. I don't think so.
I think this is better off in your
A
hand.
weapon. Thanks, Varl. We should keep moving.
After you.
Okay, I think I'm going to leave that there because... Oh, let me just read that. Blast slings launch bombs that affect large areas. This weapon fires frost bombs. Use them against enemies to build up to the, I guess that's like frost brittle state. While in the brittle state, enemies are more vulnerable to, I guess that's normal damage, impact damage, yeah. It's cool. Alright, so we can kind of freeze them up and then smash them into pieces. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there, folks, because we are running just over an hour and 20 on this video. Like I say, Storm Eunice has been wreaking havoc through the UK, and I think it might have damaged our internet exchange, which is close to my house, because my internet, both for download and upload, has just been running extremely slow. And it'll take like a year to get this video uploaded onto YouTube otherwise. Like I say, my Sifu video just wouldn't even start to upload whatsoever. So, look out for Sifu Part 2 coming up on the channel sometime very soon. But hopefully, yeah, this one actually gets up onto the channel without too many problems. And yeah, I'm really enjoying this so far, folks. The game just looks absolutely stunning. It does have that weird shimmering thing going on, which actually doesn't seem to be happening in here. But the game is so crisp and sharp and really colourful, really vivid. I would love to see this game running on a proper good HDR screen. That would look amazing. And yeah, native 4K running on the PS5. Really nice. It seems stable, the 30 FPS. Doesn't seem to be any frame dips, so that's really good. They've done a good job with this. We haven't got into the open world part of the game yet, obviously. This intro is actually taking quite a long time. Like I say, we're over an hour and 20 now. And it seems like there's some more to go at least. So yeah, I'm going to leave that there for now. If you enjoyed this vid, please drop a like and tell me what you think about this game so far in the comments section below. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please think about doing so. It will help out the channel an awful lot. And yeah, I'm going to leave that there. So until next time, this is Pixel Machine signing out. Hope you're all having a great day out there. Peace.